Face it, people in the United States just love to talk about sex. It's the most natural thing in the world. Violence? No, sir. That's where we draw the line. What? What? That's Sweden, not the U.S.? Who wrote that? Hi, I'm Dr. Mo, your host of The Basics with Dr. Mo. Maybe I am living in a parallel universe, but I believe that people want to know more about sex. They want to talk about the crazy, messy joys of sex and love and relationships, and they'll do a lot to make that happen.
Oh, man. All right.
See, I'm right. People are comfortable talking about sex. I'm sure everyone agrees that the people you most want to talk to, your parents.
But with my parents, I can't talk to them. I've never had the sex talk with my parents. I don't think they know that I'm sexually active. And they're Catholic, so I feel like if they found out I had sex before marriage, I feel like they would fall over.
I came from a conservative family. My mom never talked to me about sex. And I know I'm not the only one. A lot of people don't talk about it, but we should.
If I was trying to talk to my mother about stuff it's all downhill. Because then she got to go into detail and she start asking more questions. Then she asking how we got into it, how it happened. And it's just kind of something awkward to talk about.
I think I'm pretty open about it. I mean, I even tell my parents, well, not every, but I'll be like, I've had sex.
And second most popular sex conversation setting, high school. I know you fondly remember the open, sex-positive atmosphere and strong encouragement you experienced when you had questions about sex, kinky and otherwise. No judgment, full disclosure, accurate information from pretty much anyone you talked with.
I know in high school when I first started having sex, then it was super taboo. Some people would be like, oh, you haven't had sex yet, that's lame. But some people would be like, you've already had sex, oh my God, you're a slut, or stuff like that. So that in high school I never really had friends I could really talk to about sex.
Tell all my little sisters, listen, it's the first year of high school. There's a lot of guys, and a lot of guys like to do a lot of things, and you might not want to do it, but it's just gonna happen. You need to talk about it.
The high school I went to, nothing was really censored. We kind of talked about everything, which was great, but I know some of my friends have completely different sex educations, especially since some of them went to Catholic school, so it's sex is bad, abstinence is good, but I feel like that's not the way to go.
But I'm originally from Missouri, and that's a very different place to grow up and to live and to be in that kind of situation where it feels it's much more difficult to talk about, and in the event that something does go wrong, it's really hard to get someone on your side for that.
I didn't have to go look for it myself. I was able to ask questions in class. I was able to have healthy discussion about it.
I decided to put one woman on the spot. I asked her how she would solve the problem of getting people to be open and comfortable talking about sex.
Maybe just I don't know. There's always hotlines that you can talk and call them, see how the conversation goes. Try practicing it in front of the mirror, and then be comfortable with what you're saying to yourself, and then you can go to other people.
As long as you're standing in front of a mirror anyway, give yourself a sex talking to and own it. Then take it on the road. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to all of the women who share their stories. We couldn't do this without you. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share The Basics with Dr. Mo, because you deserve to know. Thanks for watching.
Sex with an accent.